video, we are going to see about data structure. Structure is nothing but it organizing the group of similar or dissimilar different type of data, and it will be processed as a single unit only. So it's very important concept in computers. It not only allow that combine the different type of data in a single unit, it process also. It allow the process of the different type of data also, and make it very simple and easiest one. The Python data structure, and it mainly classified to two types: primitive and non-primitive. Under the primitive, that basic data type integer, float, string, boolean will come, and non-primitive types are array, list, tuple, dictionary, set, and files. In the list, there are two types here: linear and non-linear. And linear types are stack and queue. For example, non-linear examples is tree and graph. We are list. So list is nothing but a collection of item, and each item has its own index values, and the items are in different data type, and index start from 0, and last item is n minus 1. N is the number of elements in the list. List means consider the list 45, 78, 98, 88, 62 are the items of the list, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are index, that is a forward indexing, start from 0, and minus 1 and minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 is a negative index, that is a backward indexing in a list, and values are 45, 78, 98, 88, 62 are values of the list. Can create the list by closing that square bracket, and every elements in the list separated by comma. So here English, Hindi, 1997, 2000s are the items of list, and those are separated by comma. So list is a collection of different type of items. So that's why here string and integer is mixed. Here only the integer alone given, integer list. And yes, this is only string alone is given, list 3. So list 1, 2, 3 or list objects. Of a list using the index of the list. You see the example. So obj is the list object. It's contain the value 3 apple 12.56, and position forward is position 0 1 2, and backward is position -1 -2 -3. So you want to assess the 0th position, we should give that object square bracket of 0. So 3 is display. Likewise, one first position element and second position elements are printed. Likewise, the reversing order also you can print. If you give object -1 means that 12.5 is printed, and -2 apple, and minus represent the 3. For loop also we can iterate the elements. We can assess the element using the for loop. So consider the list object equal to 3 apple 12.56, and for I in range, range function general form start, stop, and step value, and start value here 0 is given, and length means length of objects, totally 3 elements length function, so 3. Range functions, stop value -1 will take, so 3 minus 1 2, so range values, I values are 0 1 2, and step value, default step value is 1. So 1 by 1 value will be iterated, and it will be displayed. These are the few important methods, functions of list: append, extend, and insert. These three functions used to add an item in a list. The difference is append, at the end item will be added. Insert means based on the position it will get add. Extend means multiple items we can add at the end of the list. And remove delete is to remove the item from the list. Remove, we have to specify the item. And index, through specify the index we can remove the element from the list using the tell function. And list clear means it clear all the elements, remove all the elements from the list. And pop functions, defaultly what we inserted at the first, it will be removed. You can specify the index also to remove the item using pop functions. Index function is used to return that position what elements we are passed in the index functions. It return the positions. First occurrence only it will return. And sort used to sort either ascending order, descending order. If you want to display descending order means you have to pass the parameter reverse equal to true. And a reverse function used to totally reverse the element, not descending order, just to reverse what we given in the list, it will be reversely printed. And length of list used to find the number of elements in the list. And maximum is find the maximum value in the list. Minimum of list means it find the minimum values. And list method is used to convert the tuple string set dictionary into the list. Let's see one by one through example. So here the first initial object contains the value orange, apple, mango. So append method, using append method, banana going to add at the end of the list. And in the second positions, grapes is inserted using insert function. And next price list created, it will be added at the end of the object list. Items using tell and pop functions, I are going to remove and tell functions, I have to say. So first initial object contain orange, apple, banana, mango, grapes. And banana is removed by using remove functions. And first position element is removed by using the tell function. And clear means is remove all the elements from the object list. And pop, so created list contain the element orange, apple, banana, mango, grapes. And pop is just to remove that first entry element grapes from the object list. And using the index also, we can specify the index also, remove the element from the list using pop. So here pop of 2 means second position element is removed, so banana is removed. So given a list, and using the start functions we are going to sort the elements of object list in a ascending order. So sort reverse equal to true, by passing reverse equal to true we can sort the elements in the descending order. And next reverse function used to just to reverse the elements in the list obj. And next see that length function is used to count the number of elements in the list. So totally 6 elements in the list. And in that list maximum element is orange. So alphabet order it will be checked. See, because string is given, so we should use that alphabet order. We have to check. Using the ASCII value also, capital E start from 65 and small e start from 97 ASCII value. And minimum value is as apple. And count functions, so how many times the orange is present in the list it will count and display. So in the object list there are true oranges is given, so count as 2. So using the index for functions we can find the first occurrence of that item in the list. So So object list contain orange, apple, banana, mango, grapes, again orange. So in text of orange means it will return that so two oranges is available, but it will return only the first occurrence in the list. And converting the tuple is object 1 equal to tuple value. Tuples means enclosed by parenthesis 12, 23, 45. It will be converted into list using the list function. Now see, it will be enclosed by square bracket. And dictionaries are enclosed by curly braces. It will come in the pair key and value. So while we converting dictionary into list, only the keys alone it will be converted, not the values. The example of linear data structure stack and queue. Stack is also called as last in, first out. So which item enter is the last, that only go out first. So it's a linear data structures. All the insertion and deletions operation will be done at one end. The end is called as top of stack. It follows that last in first out structure. So there are two operations, insertion deletion in stacks. It will happen only at the one position. For push and pop. Push means we are inserting element into the stack, and insertion in stack is also called as a push operations. Insertion push both are same, and pop means is removing the element from the stack. So deletions from the stack is known as a pop operation stack. Stack, the two operations are done by the list built-in functions append and pop. See, to add item in the stack means we use that append function, and to remove the item from the stack we can use that pop functions. It's very efficient and fast and operations also. So easily we can add item into stack and we can remove the item from the stack. Example for push and pop. So that stack list is 5, 9 and 3. So first we are printing that, and next append 7 means it will be added the end 7, and 11 also is added. And next we are popping that element. So see here 11 is removed. So without 11 the stack is printed. And next stack that pop again. So the seventh last element, right? Last inserting element 7 is removed, and now the stack arrows hold the values 5, 9 and 3. Programs using list is shown here using the user defined functions. So first stack equal to the main program starter stack equal to empty list, while true means it will be continue. So it reprinted first press 1 for push, 2 for pop and 3 for quit. So first ask the choices which operations want to do. So here given 1. So 1 means push operation. So we should give the element 23. So after 23 given, it call the function user defined function push it. Using append functions we can add the element into this stack. And next after inserting it will be displayed. So reverse order it should be in. So range equal to range first start value we are giving that length of s minus last to first in out the structure. So first starting value in the range we should give the last value, and end value till the 0 we have to go. So one by one we just adding the step values in reverse order. So after inserting it will be printed. So one more time again I give the choice 1 and inserted the element 25. So it's printed 25, 23 is printed. And next choice I given 2. Well, give the choice for pop. We have to check whether the stack is empty or not. If it is empty means we can't remove any elements already because stack is empty. So we have to check using the function user function is empty. So length is 0 means it return true. That means its stack is empty, otherwise it's a false. But now stack hold two values 25, 23. So it's not a empty one. So we can do that pop operation. So before popping they display the value, and pop means so remove the element what we inserted is the last element is 23. So using the pop function it's removed. After remove the element you can see the star 23 alone is printed, and if you choice 3 means it quit the program. Using the stack applications expression evaluation. So any arithmetic logic any expression evaluations it is used. So evaluate prefix postfix infix means that operators come between the operands, and prefix means operators comes before that operands, and postfix means after that operands operators will come. So and also it is the stock is to convert one expression to another, so infix to postfix or prefix to post likewise one to another conversion also is used. And parsing the syntax, so many compiler uses stack for parsing. Parsing means extracting for example c equal to a plus b, that's the syntax. So operand first will be separated and operator will be separated, that is the syntax parsing. Backtracking is for the traverse step. Some programs want to traverse last to first. In this case, stack is used. And parenthesis checking. So in expressions or in any logical expression condition, they will give that parenthesis. In the parenthesis checking also, stack is used. And to reverse a string also, stack is used. And we are using the functions, built-in function and user-defined functions to call the functions to maintain the function informations done by the stack. A data structure is queue. This is first in, first out. So real life example in a ticket counter, who comes first, third persons only receive the ticket and goes out from the queue. So that likewise, which items enter first in the list, that item removed from the queue. That is a first in, first out strategy. So element inserted at first, at the same time remove from the first only. So two operations here. So insertion we are saying another name is NQ. Removing the element another name is TQ. Using the same function insert and pop of list built-in functions, we can perform the insertions and deletion operations in the queue. In a stack we are using append. Instead of it, here we are using insert for adding the element. So to remove the element, we use the pop functions. It's also very efficient and fast. So initially queue is empty. So empty queue is printed. And next we are inserting the element in the zeroth position, first position. Okay, first place inserted 53. And next one more item again we are inserting the first position 29. But actual in a queue order first is 53 and second only 29. So if we are popping out means okay 53 is removed because first enter item is 53. So using the pop functions we remove that 53, and next removed Then now only one item in the queue is 29, that's also removed. So no more items, so queue now displays empty. So in a queue, which items enters the first, that only remove from the queue also first. Reducing list. So queue empty first given, empty list, and getting the choice first given the choice is 2. The choice 2 means deleting element not possible because queue is empty. That's only queue is empty message displayed. And using the empty function, we are checking cell length of queue is 0 means the queue is empty. Then again we are giving now choice 1. 1 means we are going to insert the item 15 into the queue. So call the user defined function enqueue and using the insert list filled in functions, we are data is placed in the zeroth position, first place, and next display the queue. Then again I give the choice 1. Now I give the value 56. So 56 comma 5. So first place in the queue 15 and second place value is 56. So now I give the choice 2. So now his queue is not empty. So next we are going to that before TQ the element just I'm displaying. So first element 15. So queue in a 15 only best in the queue and 56 is second in the queue. So if you are going to pop out the elements means the first two which one is entered 15. So that only remove from the queue. So after requeuing again we call the function display. So it display after 15 remove it display. And next choice 3 means it's exit from the and queues application shower. It is used for synchronizations when we data or transfer for the asynchronous device. So queue is help to synchronize the data and scheduling process in OS process scheduling uh, queue is used. The resource means we can say any file or software, hardware, anything is considered as a resource. So while it will be shared among that multiple consumers, it will allot the schedules. Through the queue, we can allot the schedules who has to use first like that. And searching in a graph, we can use that graph structure. We can using the queue, we can perform fastly the searching process. Interruption handling through the queue, we can handle the interruption also easily. So interruptions means while we are doing one process, another process will come and interrupt. In this time, we can use the queue. We can allot the time for each process, so interruption will not occur. So that likewise handle interruptions by the queue.